Okay, so we covered Holst and the planets and its connection to the main Star Wars theme and showed that there really is no connection at all. So it's time to start talking about this mystery composer. He was Austro-Hungarian. He was a literal genius. He came from Europe and landed in Hollywood, and during the 1930s and 40s, this individual brought that rich, romantic European style straight to Hollywood. At this time, Hollywood didn't really have a footing on what their music was going to be. It was very primitive at the time. And he essentially invented the sound of the cinematic hero. Like, if you're watching a movie in the 30s or 40s about swashbuckling or pirates, chances are that you were probably listening to this composer. So how does this connect to Star Wars? Well, critics and musicologists have zeroed in on two specific works by this composer. So we'll take a look at the first one here. Okay, so the first piece is a symphony that was written by this mystery composer back in 1952. Critics like Mark Swed of the LA Times argue that this symphony shares an incredible orchestral momentum, harmonic impulse with Williams' score, and the register spread on this piece is massive. So what I mean by that is the distance between the highest notes and the lowest notes being played by the orchestra. So imagine the lowest rumbling double basses and the highest piercing piccolos playing simultaneously. And it makes sense because it is a movie about space, so you're looking for that massive sound. And the other thing is the harmonic impulse, which is the engine driving the chords forward. It's the way the underlying chords push the melody from one emotional beat to the next. So that's what the symphony looks like, but the real smoking gun is a film score that this mystery composer wrote. And again, I remind you, we are going to be listening to these and comparing to see if you agree. But the real smoking gun is a film score. It was composed in 1942 by this mystery composer. This is the one that turns heads. Professors, musicologists, Aaron Kreitz, a music educator, literally sat down and analyzed the opening phrase of this 1942 score. Compared to the Star Wars main title, okay, 7 of the first 8 notes correspond. 7 out of 8. It's not just a vibe, it's not just an atmosphere, it is the opening hook. You know, in music, the opening hook is everything. That's what grabs the audience.
Ours goes ding 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 diggy ding 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 diggy ding ding. That little bitty change. It's not the same.
You know, in music, the opening hook is everything. That's what grabs the audience. So analysts point out also that the contour and the tack are also strikingly similar. So the contour, that's just the physical shape of the melody. Does it rise? Does it fall? Does it jump around? Both of these themes feature a dramatic upward leap, which feels super heroic. But why does an upward leap feel heroic? Because when a melody leaps upward, especially when it's played by a powerful brass instrument like a trumpet, it physically requires more breath, more effort, and more tension from the music. So you can literally hear the effort. So it mimics that physical act of standing up tall or defying gravity, rising to a challenge. And the trumpets, the launch pad for both pieces feel linked, at the very least. But think about it this way. If I write a fantasy novel and the first 7 words are identical to the opening of The Hobbit, I'm probably getting sued immediately, right? So did John Williams commit plagiarism? Well, we'll have to get into the legal question next.